Well, good afternoon. Actually, it's evening. Hello. Hello. Welcome to tonight's class. What an awesome night. Wow, we got some amazing things happening tonight. We've got some amazing things happening tonight. When you hop on to class, absolutely give a shout out and let us know. Pop in the chat who you are, where you're calling in from. We're not calling in on the show tonight. We are on the show on Google Hangouts live on air. So much good stuff happening. So let's get started because we have a lot of good stuff happening tonight. We have a lot of good stuff happening. So let's get started. First, refresh the page if you need to refresh the page so that you can see the screen live. Hey, look at Hannah Love. How you doing, Hannah? You know, you are really an extraordinary being. You know why, Hannah? Because you always show up. And success, 80% of success is showing up. You always show up, and you always show up in an enthusiastic way. I love that about you. So welcome. We have a lot to cover tonight. So we're going to go on screen share, and I want to bring up for us our slides. And the reason that I created slides tonight is because I wanted to be sure, absolutely sure, that everyone got the 7 income streams, So I'm going to go in presenter mode on my slides. And I'm making sure that this time when we do this class, I did this class before, making sure that this time when I do this class, that it is done in excellence, that you have pen and paper so that you can take notes, follow along with me. I want to make this simple. I want to make this very digestible. So it is really critically important that you have pen and paper because we have so much to cover, and if you don't have pen and paper, you're going to miss things, or it might be easy to miss things. Here's what I know. The dullest pencil is better than the sharpest memory. Get pen and paper on the subconscious level, because I am teaching, I pray, to teach you how to repattern and reprogram your subconscious mind. That is the level of mind that is below the awareness. It is below the awareness of the conscious mind, and it is creating 96% of your results. This subconscious mind responds to writing. So when you write it, you believe it. So get those pen and paper out. Get that pen and paper out. I will hold for a moment while you get your pen and paper out. And as we go to our first slide, we're going to just kind of move through the intro so that we can understand why we are here. Why this class? Because, woo, my goodness, in my work as a teacher and a coach, and being the founder of the Destiny Coaching Academy, where we train and certify coaches to serve as money and wealth coaches, I have discovered that there are 3 huge problems when it comes to money. And please write these 3 problems down so you can follow right along with me. And we're going to have questions. By all means, pop your questions into the chat and also pop in your comments so I can hear. I love feedback. I love this class to be interactive. Here's the 3 problems. Number 1 problem is hamster wheel. Hamster wheel is what I call the most deadly trade you can make, and that's trading your time for money. That means going to a job. You trade your time for money. That means even in the coaching paradigm, if you don't have some of these income streams that we have set up that we're going to be talking about this evening, you're trading time for money because a client pays you, and they pay you for a session or for a package of coaching sessions. You're still trading time for money. Now, the problem with being on the hamster wheel is you will never get wealthy. You will never become wealthy this way. And the reason why is because there's no leverage. Number two, here's the second biggest problem. And I'm going to tell you a story about Floyd Money Mayweather. Here's the second problem. Lies. You think, or many people think, perhaps not you, many people think wealth is money, so they keep trying to make more money. And they think, well, if you're making $5,000 a month, let me make $10,000 a month. That'll solve all my money problems. No, it won't, because money doesn't solve money problems. Or they think, well, you know what? If I just make $200,000 this year, and I'm normally used to making $100,000, if I make $200,000 a year, my life will be so much better. No, it won't. And this is coming from a person who is a financial planner, was a financial planner for 7 years. It will not change. This will not make you wealthy. If you continue to have the thought in your mind that if you just make more money, if I just make more money, I'll get it. No, you won't, because wealth is not created by working more and making more income. You can actually make more income and be broker than you were before you had the extra income. Floyd Mayweather, Money Mayweather. Let's go to a story, because I love telling stories. Please write this out. Floyd Money Mayweather, who was known to carry a backpack with about $1 million cash in it, just in case he said he had to make an emergency deposit at the Louis Vuitton store. So Floyd Money Mayweather, I believe he may have been the highest paid boxer, maybe the highest paid boxer ever. One of his fights, he made purportedly $80 million from the fight and from the deals brokered for the fight. $80 million. Now, wouldn't you think that if you were making $80 million for a fight, wouldn't you think you'd be set? Well, this is what financial people will tell you. No, you are not. Because if you don't fight, you don't get $80 million. And as a person who is married to someone who won $17 million in the lottery, I can tell you that it is easy to go through millions of dollars. Now, you may not think it is. However, if we look at Tony Braxton, if we look at a long list of celebrities who have made millions upon millions upon millions of dollars, money, plenty money, yet without leverage, even if you're making $20 million a movie, without leverage, you will not become wealthy. This is a lie. People think money is wealth, and it's not. So we're going to clear that myth out of your head. Number three, traps. Here's the third problem. This is why you haven't become wealthy yet. Most people wonder, why am I still struggling with money? I'm telling you why right now. Number three, traps. The things that we think should make us rich are actually making us poorer, which means you would think that if you save money in the bank, you would be richer. No, that makes you poorer. You would think that if you put money in your 401k, that would make you rich. No, it makes you poorer. You would think that if you invest in mutual funds, since you can't really pick which stocks are which because you're not a stock picker, maybe that'll make you wealthier. No, that actually makes you poorer. So because people do not know, you may not know really what makes you wealthy, you do the things, you do take some actions and some steps to create some kind of wealth or prosperity, or max out your 401k, or open an online account and maybe buy some mutual funds, or stash a lot of money in the bank, or buy some CDs. All these things are making you poorer. Your 401k could be killing you. We'll talk about that in a moment. So now, this is the problem. And this is why you still struggle with the money. This is why you still struggle with money. And until you do what we're going to talk about in this class tonight, you will always struggle with money. And I pray you change that. Who am I? Well, if we have not met, I am Reverend Valerie Love, at your service, freedom purveyor, Christian witch, abundant living enthusiast, divine midwife of the soul's destiny, Bitcoin evangelist, I must add, minister of spiritual consciousness, spiritual life coach, inspirational speaker, and honored and blessed to be the author of 11 books on practical spirituality. That's a little bit about me, but let's talk about the financials. I was a financial planner with American Express for 7 years, licensed in securities, former life and health insurance agent, and love to sell disability insurance, especially to those who were in those ages where disability could present a risk to them in their big money-making years. Also an award-winning trainer and top producer with Financial Destination Incorporated, 20 plus years of studying and investing in financial markets, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETFs, UITs, REITs, Forex, and also really a lot of extensive experience with retirement plans, because most clients came in, they wanted to know about retirement. When were they going to be financially free? When were they going to be set for life, as they call it, right? So we have Roth IRA. Now we have the Roth 401k, incredible. Traditional IRAs, SEP IRAs, 401k, 403b, cash value life insurance, all of these had extensive experience with all of these. And I can tell you, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to money. I like to say that for some people, I like to say that I probably forgot more than most people know about money. They stuffed a ton of facts in my head, including bond yields and all kinds of things, and inverse relationship of the stock market to the bond market, and all of these things, T-bills and whatnot, they stuffed into my head. And I don't know if I even used a fraction of them when clients came in, because to tell you the truth, beloved, listen very carefully. Most people only know one thing. They only want to know one thing. Am I going to be okay? Am I going to live the fulfilled life that I desire to live without having the fear of money worries hanging over my head, and without having the fear of being in Walmart as an older person, putting smiley faces on people when they walk in the door? Now, if that's just what you want to do to hang out when you get older and just meet people, great. We pray that you don't have to do that. I want you to picture something. Now, before we picture this, I am going to come off of screen share for a moment, and I want to hear from you all. Oh, Hannah Love says, don't forget college debt. Love how you answered that. You the bomb, Reverend Val. Oh, thank you, boo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Preach, indeed, indeed. Hello, thank you for inviting me. Oh, I'm so glad you came. I'm so glad you came. All right, so let's go back on screen share and back to our incredible, we're still on screen share. Great. Let's go back into our program. So imagine this. Is it okay if I take you on a journey? Okay. Is it okay if I take you on a journey? Here's the journey I would love to take you on. And before we go on that journey, I want to be sure that we're in present mode. Okay. I want to take you on a journey. Close your eyes for a minute. And I want you to picture this. Picture that you have a cha-ching check that comes in every first of the month. Now, it's a fat check. It comes in every first of the month, like clockwork, and it will come in for the rest of your life. And as a matter of fact, it's even going to increase every year. January 1st, February 1st, March 1st, every month it comes to you on the first of the month. And it covers these 5 things. It covers your home, so you never concern yourself again about rent or mortgage. It covers all your utilities. That means your telephone, your electric, all the utilities are covered. Number 3, it covers your food and your groceries. Number 4, it covers your transportation, your basic transportation, anywhere you need to go. And number 5, it covers your insurance, health insurance, and life insurance, homeowners insurance, auto insurance. Now imagine that all 5 of these are taken care of automatically every month with that check that comes in on the first of the month. Now, we're not going to talk about where that check comes from. I'll tell you that in a moment. First, can you imagine, feel into that place? So you've got to feel into the place that you desire to create. So right now, if you're working and you're still trying to make it happen and you have not created wealth yet, feel into what it would be like if you did have that experience. What would it be like? Picture this. What about, even beyond that, what about if that check that came in every first of the month allowed you to travel the world at your leisure, how you want, when you want? How would that be? I just came back from Bali, Indonesia, as you may know, if you follow me on YouTube or in my life, and I'm simply living my life according to my soul's destiny. And my soul said to go to Bali, Indonesia, and I said, okay. So it wasn't an issue of, oh, can I afford it, or what's going to happen, or this or that. It was the longing of the heart and the soul, and I went. Every place, every person, including you, beloved, you, stop everything you're doing. I'm talking to you. You have a there is a place on this planet where your soul lives, where you would thrive the most. And in our financial freedom class that I used to teach years ago with the clients, we used to actually select. I had the clients select where on the planet they would live. If they could live anywhere on the planet, imagine the possibilities. So my soul actually lives in Bali. Where does your soul live? And if your soul lives in Hawaii or Bali or Fiji or Tahiti, I believe the soul of Tony Robbins lives in Fiji. What would it take for you to take your body there and your family? So what would it be like for you if you travel the world? That check came in every first of the month, and you could just choose, next February, I think I'll go to Hawaii for 2-3 weeks or for 2-3 months. What would that be like for you? Next, you are living what makes you drool. Yeah, baby. Someone called me today. Actually sent me an email because I get tons and tons and tons of emails from amazing, amazing beings of love and light from all over the world. And one of the emails that I got today, it was about coaching. And in the conversation that she and I had after I received her email, it was a powerful, just powerful email. And we had a conversation, and it's not all emails I can answer. So if we haven't answered your email, please know that we pray over all the emails and that we welcome all your emails. So thank you, thank you, thank you, even if we don't get around to answering every one. So this particular one, we had a conversation, and I asked the question, what makes you drool? Like, what do you want? What are you drooling for in your life? See, until you get to the drool place, your life would be kind of dry, just kind of dry. But imagine in your life that you know why you're here and you are living every day your divine destiny. What makes you drool? See, doing this class for me and my YouTube and my website and coaching and speaking and teaching and writing and sharing, it makes me drool. I mean, I jump up in the morning to do boosts. It makes me drool. Literally, when I'm finished, I'm buzzing. Literally, I'm so inspired and buzzing. It is awesome to live what makes you drool. What about that? What about this? Ultimately, you are never stressed about money. You are never stressed about money. So what does your life look like? That you're living your destiny, you're living what makes you drool, you got all your big 5 covered, the top 5, those are the 5 that are at the top of mind for most people. I'm reading an incredible book by Anthony Robbins right now, also a coach like myself. Anthony Robbins, the book 7 Steps to Master Your Money. What a powerful, powerful, incredible book. I have it on Audible, so that it can stream directly into my consciousness through the audio sensory receptor, also known as ears or hearing. And in there, he speaks of these 5. And it made me really reflect on my clients and what my clients are working on and the amazing things they're creating on the planet, the amazing prosperity and abundance my clients are creating, and the books and everything else. It made me reflect on, wow, what if I could somehow support you in having an automatic check that took care of all those things? And, because I like to go with and. Next, let's go to the 7 income streams. Are you ready? Income stream number 1. Books, books, books. Royalties rule. Trust me, trust me, trust me. I was writing a book, and story for you, because you know how I love telling stories. Story for you. Here I was, and write your questions about the 7 income streams in the chat as we move through, so that I can respond, answer questions as time allows, and move through our class with the greatest of ease and elegance and the deepest value for you. I pray to add the deepest value for you, and I pray to move you into action, inspired action, to do something that you were not doing before. And we have the ways and means for you to do that. Stay with me, all right? Get rid of distractions now as we go into these 7 income streams, because if you create these 7 income streams, I guarantee you, you will be free and you will become wealthy. And then we pray you'll teach other people and help other people how to do it. Each one teach one, right? When you learn something, it's for you to pay it forward and teach somebody else how to do it. I do all of these. That's why I'm here teaching you. and sharing what I can with everyone who has an ear to listen. So now, in this new technology age that we're in, I call it fairly new in the last few years, do you realize how much the publishing industry has changed? Do you realize that it took me 10 years to write and publish my first book? I love writing. I'm a writer. I'm a teacher and an expressionist at heart. So it took me years to write my first book. Do you realize it doesn't take 10 years to write a book? It took probably 9.5 years for me to get over the resistance to writing a book, and then probably 6 months to actually write and publish the book. But at any rate, I was writing the book. Finally, I sold my financial planning practice in July of 2004, and I said, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to write my book. I had the perfect circumstances. I just got married at a beautiful wedding ceremony on the beach in Hawaii, and here I was sitting down in our gorgeous home, this beautiful, brand new, luxury mini mansion, I called it, on a couple of acres of land. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And here we are, and I'm sitting down, okay, I'm going to write. I'm receiving checks every month. That lovely check that I talked about that comes in on the first of the month? Yeah, well, I was getting that lovely 4-figure check every single month and had no concern about what bills to pay because I didn't even know what the bills were because my husband took care of all that. So did my soul give me the perfect setup for me to do and live my divine destiny and do what I truly love to do? And that was right. So I had this beautiful writing retreat in our home. It was like a solarium, like a sunroom. And you could look out and the sun streamed in and you could look out and it was just gorgeous. And I had created it to be this most inspiring space that I could create. And I sat down and I wrote and I wrote and I wrote and I wrote. Well, I didn't know what I was going to do with that book. I didn't know how it was going to get published. I didn't know anything about beyond writing. I knew I had to write. So I wrote and wrote and wrote and wrote. And then finally, as synchronicity would have it, when you are on the path of destiny, here came the means, the how, as the universe. If you draw a line down the middle of the paper, and a fresh sheet of paper, draw a line down the middle. On the left-hand side of the paper, write mine. On the right-hand side of the paper, write divine. Okay, mine. What is mine to do? What's yours to do? The what and the why. What do you want? Why do you want it? On the right-hand side of the paper, what is for the divine to do? The how, the when, the where, the who. Those are not your concern. You couldn't plan that out if you wanted to. It's literally unknowable. Okay? Now, let's move down the page some more. On the left-hand side of the paper, where it says mind, write, attitudes, and actions. That's what you control. You control your attitudes and your actions. I pray you have a gratitude attitude. I pray you live inspired. And you control your actions. What are you going to do every day? Right? And every moment of every day. What's on the right-hand side of the paper? For the divine, outcomes and results. You don't own your results and outcomes. And I learned that from my own experience and from reading the amazing book by a billionaire who he said, don't think that you're going to be able to know the outcome of anything you do. The universe, you don't own your outcomes. The universe owns your results. And the results are returned to you in the perfect time, in a perfect way, for your attitudes and your actions. All right? But you can't make something happen any more than you can make the sky turn another color. You don't control your outcomes and results. You control your attitudes and your actions. And your attitudes and your actions, but by law of correspondence, you will receive accordingly. And who knows how, when, where, or who. It will come. Trust that. So always stay in this attitude of gratitude, this attitude of joy, this attitude of love, abundance, peace, prosperity, the attitudes, the beatitudes, as we could call it, the attitudes that are high, lofty ideals, okay? So here I was in this wonderful attitude of gratitude. I controlled my actions. I sat down, I wrote. So you had to know that there was going to be some kind of corresponding outcome or result, even though I didn't really know exactly how that was going to happen. And it wasn't my business to know. It's not your business to know until you need to know it. All of us live on a need-to-know basis with the divine. When you need to know it, the angels will tap you on the shoulder and they'll tell you. If you don't need to know it, keep doing what you're doing. Keep staying on your attitudes and your actions until you see the corresponding results and outcomes in your outer world that you desire. Okay? So here I was. Finally, here comes an agent. And that came to me by connection with another author who's a good friend of mine. And then she got me a book deal, and she called me. I'll never forget. She called me on my birthday and said, Valerie, we got a book deal for you. A 2-book, not only 1 book, because I'd written a book proposal for the book I was writing. I did not imagine that I was going to be writing so many books. But I got so many books in me that I could keep writing, probably got 100+ books in me. Well, she said, you have a 2-book deal, 5-figure book advance. And I sat at that table, the dining room table, in the same house where I had sat writing. And I was in the other room. I was at the dining room table. And we were labeling a couple of my helpers and I, we were putting together CDs for a speaking engagement that I had. And we used to sell a lot of CDs and things like that at the events. And here I was sitting there, and tears just streamed down my face because finally I was going to be a published author. Now, mind you, this was years ago, several years ago, because my first book was published in 2008. Do you realize that since then, or maybe perhaps it was 2006, actually I believe it was 2006, since then, do you realize that now you can publish a book in as little as 3 hours? If you're not writing your book and you have not become one of these clients that are on my website, I want to show you a page on my website that makes me the most happiest of all. So if you go to valerielove.com and you click on the page that says, you click on the link right up here that says Work with Val. See that little thingy right there? Work with Val. Now, depending on when you're watching this, it may not look exactly like this because I love variety and I love changing things up and adding spice. Client Wall of Fame. Either way, or see amazing client success stories. Either way, it's going to bring you to the favorite page on my website. And the favorite page on my website is this page right here. This is the page where clients are enjoying, clients who have come through our coaching programs, who have been graduates of the Destiny Coaching Academy, who are now authors, published authors, who run retreat centers, who do incredible things all over the planet. They're incredible coaches. They are incredible change agents, authors. Study this page for some of the most outstanding beings that you can find on the planet. I had the blessing and privilege to coach just a few of them, Coach B, have a hand in the magnificence that they were creating. So if you just take a peek at that and look at the CDs and the books and the graduates and just the amazingness of these authors and the ones that I've had the pleasure of serving and supporting, it's pretty incredible. It's pretty freaking incredible, okay? So there you can be. I would love for you to be on that page. I would love for you to be on that page. We got so many more clients that we're adding to that page, so many graduates, so many amazing clients and coaches, and who have written their books and who are out in the world with that book receiving royalties. Now, let me tell you something lovely about royalties. Now you can write a book in as little as 3 hours. And guess what? The royalties come for life, income stream for life. So being the author of 11 books, I'm very grateful because every month there's a lovely deposit into my bank accounts that I don't have to work for. Because guess what? You write a book one time. You don't have to write it over and over and over again. You write it once and you keep selling it over and over and over and over and over again. Isn't that divine? You can do this. You can so do this. Number 2. Now, can I have a conversation with you, or if you are a light worker, if you're any person who wants to build a brand, or if you're any person who wants to step out there and serve in a bigger way, you're a coach. I work with coaches, light workers, healers, ministers, and healing practitioners who are New Thought healing practitioners, and especially magical practitioners, witches, Wiccans, pagans, many people of many faith walks, especially the ones who are healers, who are in the healing arts. You have to be on YouTube. It's not even a choice anymore. You must be on YouTube. If you are a brand and you are here on the planet knowing you are here to serve and support people, you must use YouTube. Now, that's just a must. Now, let's share a little bit. Right now, if you're watching this, I pray that by now, right now we're at this point that this is being recorded, this show is being recorded. We're coming up on 10,000 YouTube subscribers very shortly. And I'm really grateful. And I got to tell you something about this income stream. Do you have to ask people to go to YouTube? Now put all your comments in. I'm going to hop over for a second. We're going to pause, take a break, so I can look at your comments, look at your questions, and see what questions you are. Do you have to ask anybody to go on YouTube? No. Billions of views a day. Do you have to ask anybody? Do you have to ask YouTube to pop your video up as a suggested view if it aligns with by the behind the scenes work that we do as YouTube producers? Do you have to tell YouTube to do that, or does it happen automatically? Oh my God, it happens automatically. You mean there are billions of views and that there is an outlet where someone else is going to take a video that I created and put it in front of somebody else for me while I'm sleeping? Please, people, what's not to love about that? Now, here's where the problem comes in. Oh, Reverend Val, I can't make a video. I hate the way I look on film. Get over it. And as you can see right now, I'm doing this vid for YouTube, webinar style. You don't even have to be seen on camera. Usually I love coming on camera. I just love it because I love being on camera. Not everybody loves being on camera. You don't have to be. Provide your incredible, amazing content. Do what makes you drool. And I assure you, you will find a following on YouTube. There's two things I want to tell you about YouTube, this income stream that we're going to be setting up in the coaching program. I'm getting ready to tell you about Mastermind, Money Mastermind that's about to start. And I'm going to show you how to do all this because this is what I do every day. And I'll tell you one thing, it's so delicious. If I could teach the whole world how to do this, we'd all be free. Please, we would all be free. All right, two things about YouTube that are going to blow your socks off. One is YouTube Red. And I don't know if you've seen YouTube Red yet. It just came out not too long ago. YouTube producers and content creators, you know, we're having conversations back and forth about is it good, is it not good. I tell you one thing, YouTube Red already in the very first, I don't know, week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I hadn't even heard of YouTube Red, and I had already made money from YouTube Red in addition to the money that I usually make from YouTube. Now let me ask you a question. If you have 10 videos on YouTube and you're going to get paid for every minute that somebody watches the video on YouTube, what would stop you from having maybe 20 videos or 30 or 40 or 500? Like myself, I'm going for 1,000. How quickly can I get 1,000 vids up there? How quickly can we get to 1 million video views and then to 10 million? How quickly can we get to 10,000 subscribers and then 20,000, 50,000, 100,000, 1 million subscribers? It'll happen eventually. Just do the work, right? Well, you got to get started somewhere. So that first thing, YouTube Red, what is YouTube Red? YouTube Red is now a paid subscription to YouTube. YouTube Red, you can pay $9.99 a month to YouTube, and YouTube will turn off all the ads. You never have to watch an ad again on YouTube. In addition to that, it sort of is like a Prime membership. I have a Prime membership with Amazon, and that Prime membership is about the same price. It's $99 a year. And then you get all this Prime Video, shows and so forth. It's like Hulu or Netflix, the same kind of principle, that you pay a subscription for content. Well, YouTube Red also has music. So you can listen to music, and YouTube Red will even let you now have a video streaming in the background on your app, on your mobile device, and you can hear it. You know how sometimes the video stops when you go to another app or you make a phone call or you're doing something else? You can still have it playing in the background. Like if you are doing something else, like perhaps you're writing a note or something like that, the video won't automatically stop when you hop off of it to something else on your mobile device. YouTube Red. Some people will pay $9.99 a month to make the ads go away. Well, guess what they do? They take, what does YouTube do? They take their share and they give the rest of the money to all the people on YouTube who have channels or are creating quality content according to minutes watched of their vids. So come on, you got to get on YouTube. Number two, here's the other thing that you've got to understand about YouTube. This is so critical. This is probably one of the most important income streams that you could create. Paid videos. Now YouTube gives content creators the ability to charge for a single video. So I thought, oh wow, this is amazing. And either if you're a content creator, you have a channel, you can either say to YouTube, I want a person to pay for this video to rent it for, let's say, 72 hours, or I want them to pay for it and they can have it, so they have lifetime access to it. I do the second. I give my people lifetime access to the video. I don't like renting it, because what if you don't watch it in that time period and blah, blah, blah. And I want you to have the info. I want you to have it. So I took a video as an experiment. Okay, inspired action steps. I took the video according to the inspired action that I felt within myself. The magical, there's a spell, I have a money spell that I have on YouTube, and it's called Money Multiplier Spell. It works so phenomenal that it bought me in short order probably about $25,000. It works. I'm telling you one thing, that spell works. Look out. So I put that, I said, okay, I'm going to try this. And I put the price at $4.99 to buy the video. And that's the only way you can get the video now. You have to pay for it. So all the other 14,000 or so views that were on that video before we started charging for it, they got it as a gift. Now you won't get it as a gift anymore. You get to pay for it. Yay! Because you get to contribute to the life of the content creator who is contributing to your life. Well, isn't that a beautiful thing? Law of reciprocity. So paid videos. What if you had 10 paid videos on YouTube? Now that video is $4.99. You could charge $9.99 for perhaps a longer class like this one. I will be charging for this class as well. It'll only be free for a matter of days. Then after that, it's going to go into paid content. So now let me ask you a question. If you're getting paid advertising on YouTube, there are at least 7 ways that you can monetize YouTube, and we'll be talking about that in the coaching program, in the mastermind that comes up very shortly. If you are getting paid from YouTube, and let's say you also are getting paid from YouTube Red, which you absolutely would be if you were creating quality content and people are watching it, and you also decided, well, let me make some great videos and let me charge people $4.99 for it, or $9.99 or $19.99, depending on how-to video. You'll see more of those on YouTube. And either a person can rent it or they can buy it. How quickly, and now of course if I charge $4.99, I actually get, I'll tell you a little bit about the behind the scenes numbers, I actually receive $3.50. So YouTube receives $1.49 for serving it up. Thank you, YouTube. We're partners. You must be on YouTube. Now that's all I'm going to say about that till we get into the coaching program, and I'm going to help you onto YouTube. And for some people, I have to actually kick their butts. But anyway, let's go to, yes, Hannah, can you believe that? YouTube Red pays per minute watched. Okay, this is incredible. So I want to make sure that we know this. All right, let's go to income stream number 3. Stay with me. I promise you, I will make sure that it's worth your while. Network marketing. And before you say, I hate MLM, because I was in the same category. Before you say that, until Total Life Changes opened my eyes, and I won't even say that you have to be in Total Life Changes. I will say any good network marketing company. There's many excellent companies out there. Network marketing has changed. This is not your mama's MLM. Now, with the ability that we have online to build our business, I build my TLC business almost effortlessly using simple online tools that would have never been possible in the old Amway days when you had to go to 50 million people's houses late at night, leave your kids at home, and trudge through the snow and go to a hotel meeting. At the hotel meeting, there's 2 people there, and then one says, yeah, that looks nice, but I don't have any money, and the other one says, oh, I'll think about it. Ever been there? Or ever heard of any kind of story like that? Or a person says, yeah, let me take you to lunch, and you don't really know what it's about. Once you get to lunch, they flip out a flip chart. You know what I'm talking about? We don't do that. That's those days for me are over. So over. That's so old. That's so your mama's MLM. My mom used to do Princess House. Actually, my mom did several MLMs, and the first one being Tupperware. They used to have Tupperware parties, and I don't know what the pay structure was back in the day, but her and her little housewife friends, they used to have these meetings, and we used to always have these little house, parties, and the kids, we had to always help. So I had to help my mother, get the sip and seal and the close the bowl and put the little push the little button down in the middle to make sure that the bowl was closed, and the women seemed to love it. There was ooh and on over plastic. I couldn't believe it. I was a little kid. I didn't get it. I just didn't get Tupperware. Then after she was through her Tupperware craze, she was in Princess House. And you know, Princess House was the ones that had all this crystal. We lived in the hood. Now, I'm not saying that people in the hood can't have crystal. I'm saying perhaps there's a higher ideal that you might want to go for, like maybe buying a house rather than buying some crystal to eat in the hood in the roach and rice infested house. I don't know. I'm just saying. But I'm not hating on people that want to do that. It's lovely to have lovely surroundings. But crystal, I don't know. So that Princess House thing, that didn't last very long. Then a couple of pieces broken and it's blah, blah, whatever. Anyhow, then there came the man to the door who sold the Kirby vacuum cleaners. And I don't know if Kirby is a network marketing company similar in structure. And here he comes with the network with the Kirby vacuum. And he sold my mom the Kirby vacuum. We could not believe it. I was there the whole time. I was like, oh man, Dad's not going to like this. And it was a $2,000 vacuum cleaner back in the 70s. That was astronomical. It's like saying now a $10,000 vacuum cleaner. That's what it's like saying today. And she bought the vacuum cleaner. And the funny thing about it is we didn't have one carpet in the house. How did a man get my mom to buy a vacuum cleaner and we had no carpets? We had hard floors. They were like the cement floors because we lived in this big building. It's called 3333 in New York City. It doesn't have carpets. He got her because what caused my mother to make the buying choice, the buying decision, listen very carefully to this, is because he took the vacuum cleaner into the bedroom. He said, let's go into your bedroom. He was showing her all the things in the living room. Oh, nice. Yeah, the carpet, a shampoo, it vacuums the carpet, and it does this, and it does that. It can even dry your hair. Look, it can blow dry your hair. Yeah, she didn't seem to be so convinced about that. He said, let's go in the bedroom. She said, what for? He said, I want to show you what's in your bed. She said, oh, yeah, well, my bed is fine. You know, my bed is made. He said, let me show you. Okay, we go into the bedroom. I'm following because I'm a little kid, and I want to see everything that's happening. He takes this vacuum cleaner. And he puts this little thin, like a little filter kind of thing. And he says, see, the filter is clean, right? And see, the hose and everything is clean. Yeah, it's clean. And he starts to suck from my mother's bed, that I don't know how long they had that bed. He starts to vacuum the mattress through the little filter thing. When he opened that filter, and it was all the dust mites and wiggy-jiggies and anything else that was in that bed that had got sucked up in that Kirby, and you could see it right there plain as day that this is what you're sleeping on, and this was just one little section of the bed. My mother was done. She was like, where do I sign? And here we had this vacuum cleaner, and I don't know if we ever used it. Anyway, the key here that I want to share is this. People have need for good products that work. And if you can bring them to them in a way that solves their problem, that shows them the value they could get from it, and that's mind-blowing, like, oh my goodness, when she saw that, she was like, I'm in. It sells itself. Today, you have the opportunity to create a weekly income. We have weekly income. And many network marketing companies, weekly, monthly income, that's an income stream that you can be receiving every week without doing the work over and over and over again. Do it once, keep getting paid. Number 4, online courses. And I want you to check out Gumroad. So easy. Gumroad is probably the most simple, cleanest, easiest, fastest way I have ever seen to create online courses, digital goods. Now imagine if you were able to create some kind of simple online course, and I'll tell you how fast it is. It can be 20 minutes. Create a conference call. Tape the conference call, create a simple worksheet, upload the MP3 to Gumroad along with the worksheet, the PDF. There you have a product, charge $29 for it. This is how simple it is in the information age, and people want information, but not only do they want information that's going to work, that's going to bring them to the next level. Number 5, one of my favorites, the portfolio. Now, it's easier than ever. Income stream number 5, your portfolio. And I know you're going to say, but Reverend Val, I don't know about investing, and I'm already in my 401k. Your 401k is probably eating you alive. And here's what we know. Billionaires say this: never lose money. This is Warren Buffett's 2 rules for investing. Number 1, never lose money. Number 2, see rule number 1. So portfolio investing, now you can actually invest like the big pros, the billion-dollar hedge fund, we call them unicorns. Actually gold medalists, there's gold medals for investing. And if you think about it and you have this desire to get your portfolio in order and to not be eaten alive by the fees of your 401k and then later on by the taxes of the 401k. Your 401k could be eating you alive. And in addition to that, we were talking to a person the other day, and it was a conversation. The conversation was something like this: how much is in the 401k? And it was like $1 million, and they were pretty happy and excited that they had $1 million and proud of themselves that they had $1 million in the 401k. You don't have $1 million in the 401k. If it's $1 million on the statement, it's 500,000 is yours, and the other 500,000 is the IRS, and they're going to be standing right there when you take it out. And every withdrawal that you have from that, they're going to automatically withhold and send to the IRS. So whatever you have in your 401k, cut it in half, and that's what you actually have. There's a better way. I'm going to show you the better way. All right? Create an income stream from your portfolio. Number 6. Patreon. I love Patreon. Love Patreon. And I'm creating Patreon memberships for my tribe, and I'm going to support you in creating Patreon memberships for your tribe. Patreon, they call it crowdfunding. I don't call it crowdfunding. They call it membership-based crowdfunding. Matter of fact, let's hop over to Patreon and let's look at it for a minute, because I love it so much that I wanted to share it with you. Here is the beauty of Patreon. People can support your work monthly. There are writers on Patreon writing thousands of dollars every month to write. Can you imagine? To write. Isn't that awesome? Now, let's look at some of these people that are on here on Patreon. Here we got, let's go to one of them. Let's go to, actually there was a couple of writers on here on Patreon. So I'm going to just do, let's go to featured and let's find a really great Patreon creator, the content creators. Let's go to writing, because that's one of my favorites. Actually, we don't even have to go another page. If you look here, it tells you what each of these Patreon members are being paid each month, or per video, or per book, and it shows you their goals. So this one is getting $2,062.50 a month from 442 patrons. Woodworking for mere mortals. Okay, I like that. Fancy pants coffee maker. This one's getting $817 a month. This one is getting $324 a month. This one $285 for $745. This one $1,162.50. This one $36,227.95. This is Amanda Parker. What does she create? Singing, I believe, songs. $959.18. And if you go on down the list and you look at all the amazing Patreon creators, content creators, you are now being paid. Now, this is not one time. This is each month. Do you see what I'm talking to you about? Income for life. Do you see that? And we show you exactly how to set this up. Especially, look at this one, $6,974 for this creation. He actually gets paid per painting, so we show you exactly how that works. So he gets paid $6,974 for this creation. He hasn't even sold it yet, okay? So imagine that you can create content now, and you can have a tribe support your work. You're working right from home. Come on now. What's not to love about that? What's not to love about that? All right, let's go to Hannah. Hannah said, Hannah's hanging with me. Woo, topics for the video. This is an excellent question. What topics for the video? Now, all our peeps that are watching, put in the chat here, chat with me and tell me Is that the same thing that comes to your mind? Tell me, what is the resistance that comes up in your mind about, let's say, doing a video or doing a simple product that you can put online. Here are the topics. Here's how to choose a topic. Speak about what you're passionate about, because that will come across. So what is your passion? And this is the key thing about the coaching program that we work with, the Money Mastermind that starts January 1st. I'll tell you about it in a moment. The key thing that we do in there is vision. That's phase 2, vision. Because without vision, my people perish. Vision. If you don't have the vision for why you're here, what you're doing, what you're about, how can you take the action steps? Most people don't have vision, and clarity equals power. When you know exactly what to do, you run for it. I know exactly what to do. Now, I don't always do it. I'm training myself and programming myself to be a master of execution, because billionaires are masters of execution. They get up and do stuff, and they cause a lot of stuff to happen by their actions and attitudes, right? So, and because of their what and their strong why, they know exactly what they're here for, what they're about. So, Hannah, I would offer, what is it that excites you? What is your passion? Talk about that. I have seen people talk about all kinds of things on YouTube, and in my client base, I've seen those who specialize in journalings, those who specialize in I am affirmations, those who specialize in hoodoo, conjure work, root work, crystals. The amazing Tina L. Harris, we have her tea party tomorrow night for TLC. It's going to be on Blab. She has Magic Mondays, where on her YouTube, it's Magic Monday, and she does a video on a crystal. Her videos are amazing. I love them because she's so deep into crystal understanding. She also does conjure, hoodoo. There are so many things to talk about. And whatever it is that you will, create, then great. People, if you love it, trust me, if you stand up on YouTube and start talking about it, you will magnetize to yourself the people who love it. All right, let's go to, I think it's Coco Pepper. There is nothing here not to love with Patreon. I know that. I would just need to know the steps, clarity stated, so I can execute it. Clearly stated so that I can execute it. Absolutely, absolutely. What I want to give you tonight is the absolute, look at this, $7,166.25 per month. Now, let me ask you a question. If you had $7,166.25 coming in per month for content creation, it could be videos, it could be books, it could be film. You saw the list. What would you do with your life if you knew that you had that coming in? So it could be video and film, music, writing, comics, drawing and painting, animation, podcasts, games, photography, comedy, science, education, crafts and do-it-yourself, dance and theater. Could you put something up here that is the means to share your content and allow your tribe to absolutely send you money like every month for it? And Patreon automatically charges the cards. Isn't that amazing? Every single month for that income. Yeah, let's do it, people. Let's do it. 6, do not sleep on Patreon. Oh my God, do not. It could be, Patreon is a game changer. It is a game changer. And remember, this is how you can build a tribe, because people want to belong to something that's real and big. Okay? Number 7, Bitcoin. Now I have a question for you. You might probably heard about Bitcoin before. You probably heard Bitcoin from me, because I am a Bitcoin evangelist. Let me tell you, I've seen the vision. Bitcoin will revolutionize money on this planet. Bitcoin is actually gold of the internet. It's internet money, and it is absolutely astounding. Now people say, well, Reverend Val, can you buy anything with Bitcoin? Well, let me answer that question. When I returned from Bali, Indonesia in September, a couple of months ago, I bought my return ticket with Bitcoin. While I was in Bali, Indonesia, I used a BTM, a Bitcoin teller machine, not an ATM, a Bitcoin teller machine where you put in fiat currency and it puts Bitcoin in your online account, in your Bitcoin account. Over the weekend, we were traveling. I bought a hotel on Expedia with Bitcoin. Expedia accepts Bitcoin. Matter of fact, I'm going to show it to you, because it may not be, actually we might not have time to show it to you. When you go to Bitcoin, I want you to look at Oh, when you go to Expedia, next time you go on Expedia, just go on Expedia and look at hotels, because Expedia only accepts Bitcoin for hotels. Go on Expedia and just say you're going somewhere like Washington, D.C., Hawaii, and put in anything. Search for a hotel, choose one of the options, and then click through and to the payment page. Just click through like you're going to buy something. And you'll be amazed to see right there, how would you like to pay? MasterCard, Visa, or Bitcoin? Oh, Bitcoin is real. Now, here's my question for you. Can you really afford not to buy Bitcoin? And I teach you how to buy Bitcoin so effortlessly with your credit card or your debit card. Now, if you had invested in Bitcoin just a few short years ago, $100, it would now be worth, as of today, the price of Bitcoin, this is staggering to my mind, $378,000. I have been talking about Bitcoin now for a year. Y'all have heard me talk about on YouTube. Y'all have heard me talk about Bitcoin. How I love Bitcoin. Oh my God. Bitcoin is as a financial person, I understand the problems in the pull system of payments. When you swipe your credit card at Target, there's about 15 entities involved in that transaction. That's why it's so easy to spill information, and why it's so easy for information breaches to happen. Because not only are you giving them your access to your financial accounts where your hard-earned money is, you're also giving them your identifying information like your name, address, telephone number, and in some places, last 4 digits of the social. Now, with Bitcoin, they don't call it completely anonymous, though you can be anonymous with Bitcoin. They call it pseudonymous, and it means that you don't really have to lay out all your information. Why would you need to lay out name, address, phone number, and all that to buy some detergent out of Target? Yeah, that's how the current system is set up. So we have a pull system, and Bitcoin simply is the reverse. It's a push system. So we teach you how to invest in the income stream number 7, how to wisely and smartly invest in Bitcoin, but you understand what it is. You can't invest in something you don't know what it is. So you've got to first understand it. I understand Bitcoin. I use Bitcoin. I have several Bitcoin accounts. I invest in Bitcoin. I believe in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the money of the future, and it's the money of the internet. And I will tell you, every 20 years, something staggeringly astonishing comes along that you will have the opportunity to invest in, or you'll miss the boat. First, it was the internet. Next, it was Microsoft. We also had Apple. Now, it's Bitcoin. And if you've missed out the opportunities, man, I wish I could have invested in Microsoft back when they looked like hippies. Everybody's seen that picture, right? Microsoft. They look like pure hippies. Like, you're going to build a global software company? Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, we need you to invest your money. Maybe not. The first people that Bill Gates hired. I can't really pay you money, but I can give you these shares of Microsoft. It's going to be worth something one day. And he believed it. And the people that started, a lot of them said, I got to feed my family. I can't feed my family no stock shares. Bye. They left and went and got a regular job. But there were some who saw the vision, and they saw the sparkle in his eye. And they said, you know what? I don't know. It sounds like this just might work. And he was convicted completely. And next thing you know, a few years later, they said they were delivering Jaguars every day just about to Microsoft when that stock took off every day to people that were like administrative people at Microsoft. They were rich. Microsoft created all these millionaires. Why? Because in the right place in the right time. Bill Gates said that. He said, yeah, part of it is that I knew what to do. He said, but I was in the right place at the right time, and I do realize that there is something beyond me that is creating all this. He said that. What about you? You're here now. Now it's time to take some action. Now, let's go to solutions, because, I'm a solutions gal. So we know the problem. The problem is maybe you're broke, busted, and disgusted, or maybe you're just not reaching your financial potential, or maybe you're wondering, how come I'm not wealthy yet? You know that inside you're supposed to have a whole lot more money than you have, right? You know that you're supposed to be rich, that you're supposed to be wealthy. Well, most people are not able to do it on their own. See, most people are not masters of execution. And what I know is that there is resistance that will come up to you doing any of these things, that you'll say, this is a great class. Oh, yeah, Reverend Val, that was so good. It was so good. I love it. Yeah, well, what you going to do about it? That's my question, because I'm a coach. And so because I'm a coach, I'm going to offer you a coaching program. It's the Money Mastermind 2016. If you don't mind me taking just a couple of minutes to tell you a little bit about it, I want to share with you what we're doing. The Money Mastermind 2016. You know, you probably heard me talk about the Elite 11 on YouTube. And when I was talking about the Elite 11 on YouTube, a lot of folks call me and they say, can I get into that mastermind? Or can I get into this coaching program? Or can I get into the Elite 11? Well, all of those are now complete. And we're on to this coaching program now. And they say, oh my goodness, well, what coaching program is it? And they join the coaching program that works for them. This Money Mastermind 2016. I am going to work with you to create 7 income streams that pay you for life. These 7 income streams, you're going to pick 3. And in these 3 income streams that you're going to pick, you are going to be able to set them up step by step in this group coaching program. It is so exciting to me. We start January 2016. It opens tonight. Registration opens tonight. Oh my God, I'm so excited. It's in 3 phases. Phase 1, before you can be wealthy, we got to clean and clear the gunk and crap that's in your subconscious mind that keeps you from being wealthy. I had a whole bunch of stuff in my subconscious mind about wealth, money, riches, prosperity, being spiritual and rich, and they didn't go together. I had a whole bunch of stuff to clear out the way before I could experience 5-figure months of my coaching practice, before I could travel the world at my leisure, before I could write 11 books, before I could create the YouTube channel that is just bursting and growing, before I could create any of the things that I create now in my coaching practice and in my life walk that excites me, that makes me drool. Before all of that, I had to clean and clear. And trust me, every day I'm doing more cleaning and clearing. That's phase 1. So in phase 1, in the clean and clear phase, you get the WHAM, our wealth abundance mantra. In addition to that, you get our secret giving project. I can't talk about our secret giving project. It's so phenomenal. It's so awesome. People that know me know, and people that are on Boost know about the secret giving project. And my clients definitely know about the secret giving project. But I'm going to tell you something, and probably Money Manifestation class also knows about secret giving project. I'm going to tell you something. There wouldn't be nothing that will shift you into being wealthy faster than the secret giving project. In the clean and clear phase, we work with the WHAM, we work with the secret giving project, and we work with the principles of abundance to clean. We got to go in your garden of your consciousness and weed it. Otherwise, you got to have all these seeds growing along with the weeds. We can't have that. Weed it out, clear it out, get rid of stuff, and we clean and clear. Phase 2, vision. Why are you here? What are you about? What is your message? How are you delivering the message to the marketplace? Who are you talking to? And trust me, if you're talking to everybody, you're talking to nobody. Who are you talking to? And how are you best going to reach your audience? And which of the methods are you going to use? See, you must have vision first before you just go out. Some people just run out and carry, just start doing stuff. And then come back to me and say, oh, I made a mess. I got this going on. I got that going on. I got that. It looks like a hodgepodge. They tried a little bit of this. They tried a little bit of that. None of it gets traction. None of it has momentum. And what I know about you is you need momentum, just like all of us. And if you don't have momentum, you're not going nowhere. Without momentum, you are what we call stuck, beloved. That's not good. Phase 3, action, probably my favorite part, where you actually open the 7 financial accounts. There are 7 financial accounts that I teach you step by step how to open, where you actually set up the Patreon. And you know what I love about this program? I created this program with 2 tracks. It's either you can go the Wealthy Investor track or the Wealthy Lightworker track. And please pop your questions in the chat while we're here. Pop your questions in the chat. And you can always call me at my office, 801-871-LOVE. You can always call our office with questions. We love talking to you. Here is the action phase. You open the accounts in the 2 tracks. You have the Wealthy Investor track and you have the Wealthy Lightworker track. So let's say you're on the Wealthy Investor track. That could look like you focus on Bitcoin as an income stream, you focus on your portfolio as an income stream, and let's say you're going to write your book and create that as an income stream. There are your 3 right there. So you don't go for all 7 at the same time. We go one by one, step by step. And if you set up 3 that you are really focused on, that you are really nurturing one at a time, and that you are really growing, trust me, they will take care of you. They will pay you. And I am so thankful every single time I see automatic deposits coming into my accounts. In the portfolio section, one of the automatic deposits that come into my accounts every month also is from lending. I really, really love doing lending with organizations like Kiva and other organizations that are supporting people around the globe in creating their dreams. And then you get the interest payments every month or every whatever it is. Remember, you're the lender, not the borrower. Set these up. All of these are set up in your action steps. So on the wealthy investor track, you can focus on your portfolio, your wealth. In the wealthy lightworker track, if you're on that, you can set up your brand, your healing modalities. Perhaps that will look like your Patreon tribe, your book, and your YouTube. That's a great trio right there, those three. That's an incredible trio that can definitely pay you income for life. All right? Then we have your graduation. Oh my God, we start in January. It goes for a whole year. So we go from January to November, and December 1st to the 4th, we'll be at an incredible retreat in Sedona, Arizona, December 1st to the 4th, this is 2016. I'm so excited about Sedona. The last time we were in Sedona last year, we'll post pictures of Sedona last year, the year before last. No, actually it was last year, 2014, December 2014. The most incredible retreat ever that I've ever done was the retreat in Sedona, the healing. We were on Bell Rock. You'll see video because we actually did a boost from Bell Rock. And I tell you one thing, you get anywhere near Bell Rock, you start buzzing. Stuff is changing, stuff is falling off. It's impossible for you to go to Arizona, Sedona, and come away the same person. It's impossible. Ask Tina L. Harris, ask Luna Sunstar, ask Ayodele Fuega, ask any of the ones who came with us on our retreat. Lance, any of the ones, my daughter, any of the ones who came with us on the retreat. We had an amazing circle on our retreat. Ask them about it. Sedona Retreat, Arizona. You will graduate at the Money Mastermind 2016 in Sedona, Arizona, December 1st to the 4th. How incredible is that? Oh my God. Now, as I was sitting down talking about this, thinking about this program has been starting in my spirit for months. It took months to bring this to you. Months. And it was first going to be a mastermind that was $10,000. And I was very clear in my spirit that was what it was supposed to cost. And I wasn't budging on that. And a couple of the coaches in my program said, as soon as you have the mastermind ready, let us know we're ready to sign up. And I really got to being with it and praying and going deeper, looking at my clients and looking at all the amazing beings of light who could not afford $10,000 in your present experience of life, though you can probably afford it very soon. And I thought to myself, let's slash the fee to what is affordable and what is not even affordable, what is accessible to the client base that I currently serve, to you, to the ones that I serve. So the fee came down to $29.97 to paid in full. And what I love about it is we got a payment plan. Payment plan is $297 a month. Now, I already know that there are some things going on in your mind. $297 a month, and that is for 11 months. So remember, in all our coaching programs, we have the payment plan option. If you like to put things on layaway, that's very lovely. Or we have the paid in full option. The paid in full option will always give you a discounted pricing because we love our clients who pay in full. Many of them do. And if you don't like the pay in full option, you can do $297 a month and actually build as you go. Now, you might be saying, Reverend Val, I don't have time for another coaching program. Well, I really want to do this. How much time is this going to take? It sounds like it's going to be so time consuming. Guess what? This program is 11 minutes a day, Monday through Friday. That's it. 11 minutes a day. I designed this program for people who are like me, who got your hands full and you don't have time for 2 or 3 hours every day of trying to figure out stocks. This is what your 11 minutes a day will look like. First of all, you have 2 minutes. The first 2 minutes of the 11 minutes, Monday through Friday, you're off on the weekends. It's only Monday through Friday, 11 minutes a day. We use the Kaizen approach, and I use Kaizen with many of my clients. They love it. Put your questions in the chat. We're getting ready to open chat and have conversation. So put your questions in the chat. And I'm going to hop over to chat in a second. This is what I know about you. You're not going to make a change until it becomes habitual. How does it become habitual? It becomes habitual by you doing something every day at the same time for a period of time. It doesn't become habitual by you looking at the stock market and being confused. Oh my God, my mind is overwhelmed. I don't know what to do. And then go away. See, that's what you have a coach for. Coach tells you what to do, how to do it, where to go, and you choose your action steps. Okay, this day I'm going to do this. This day I'm going to do this with guidance. So this is what your 11 minutes a day is going to look like. The first 2 minutes is your power pose. And I know that sounds kind of woo-woo, but guess what? I'm a woo-woo gal. 2 minutes is your power pose. And why is 2 minutes your power pose? 2 minutes of power posing flood your body with vital testosterone and other hormones that actually make you feel more powerful and empowered. We got a lot of magic built into the program because most people feel powerless when it comes to money. Maybe you have, because you don't know about mutual funds, you don't know about stocks. It gets overwhelming. Oh my God, I look at it, I don't know what to do, which one to pick, and people feel powerless. When you feel the pain of powerlessness, what do? You're stuck, you don't move forward. When you get in the power pose, you do your power pose for 2 minutes. 2 minutes a day on a power pose. You could even do it while you're brushing your teeth. That's when I do my power pose. You're in your Superman power pose while you're brushing your teeth. Weave it into your day. So there's your 2 minutes right there. And then the other 9 minutes is taking one simple, powerful step a day to create your freedom. You're creating your freedom. What if in that 9 minutes you say, okay, I'm going to create a YouTube vid. And let's say in that 9 minutes on Monday, you write out what the YouTube vid is going to be. And then you're complete. On Tuesday, in your 9 minutes, you say, okay, I'm going to shoot the first part of the YouTube vid, the intro. You shoot the intro, okay? 9 minutes complete. 9 minutes on Wednesday, okay, I'm going to look for some nice keywords to put on this video. You put the keywords on. 9 minutes on Thursday, okay, I'm going to upload the vid and I'm going to put a great juicy title on there, get a lot of people to it. I teach you how to do all this. And then you set up your monetization if your channel is eligible for monetization. And then 9 minutes on Friday looks like, let me put links underneath my YouTube vid to my Patreon and my books and my Instagram, let's say. So simple. It's just 11 minutes a day. You don't have time to do a lot of stuff. And I'm not a girl that's about stuff. I'm not about being busy. I'm about you taking powerful, focused action that actually moves you forward somewhere and creates your freedom. I'm not trying to do a bunch of busy work. I do what works, and only that. And please let me cut all the fluff to the side. We got a special for you. And this is, oh my goodness, don't you love specials? Don't you love specials? And this is a hot special. I had to put a hot special in because I already know, in people's minds, there's this tendency to delay. This is not the time to delay, and this is not the program to delay on, because when the program fills, it will be closed. Do not delay. So this hot special that I have is that for the first 5 that register tonight, immediately, I will tell you exactly how to register. Tonight, immediately, the first 5 who register will get the retreat included. Yes, and the retreat is going to be $12.97. So you will get the Sedona retreat included. The retreat where the graduation takes place is in a beautiful resort. We stay in a gorgeous resort. I love beautiful places. Love beautiful places all over the globe. And that's where we stay when we do our retreats. Gorgeous space in Sedona, Arizona. The retreat is $12.97. You'll meet many amazing beings of love and light at the retreat. The Money Mastermind 2016 retreat in Sedona, Arizona. It will be $12.97. I'm going to give it to you as a gift because I'm feeling in a really good giving mood. I tell you earlier today, I was like, I feel so in the giving mood. And I'm going to throw this into, and this is on the spot, I hadn't even really truly decided that I was going to do this. Also for the first 5 that register, I'm going to give you a 30-minute reading as a gift as well. Because so many folks talk to me about readings, and I love readings, and I love doing readings for my peeps, and the Beyond Radio show is always overwhelmed with more people wanting readings than we could even give. So I'm going to give you also a 30-minute reading for the first 5 only that register right away. This is not the time to delay. Now, beware the Yabbits. This is what we're going to end on before we look at the chat and answer your questions. And I'm here to answer your questions, so ask away. Beware the Yabbits. Yeah, but I don't have the money. Yeah, but I don't know when the classes are going to be. Yeah, but beware the Yabbits. This is what I know. Every person that has ever come into the coaching programs that I do, which is now numbers probably in the hundreds by now, If we actually did a client count of all the coaching programs we've done, your book in 90 days and your book in a weekend retreat and the money manifestation classes that I run every year and the retreats that we do and the Divine Life's Purpose Women's Retreat and all of the money and all of the Destiny Coaching Academy coaches that have graduated, I'm going to tell you something about all of our clients. None of them, when they signed up, I don't think any of them had a clear idea of exactly what they were going to do and exactly how it was going to go and exactly how they were going to pay for everything. It shows up, and it all comes on your yes. When you make a yes to yourself, that yes reverberates through the resources, through the universe, and magnetizes to you the resources that make it absolutely doable and possible for you to do it. So if it doesn't work for you to do it up front, do it in a payment plan. Now, take action. Nothing changes unless you do. Boo, unless you change. If you don't change something right now, a year from now, the end of 2016, you'll be talking about your 2017, setting another goal yet again to get your portfolio together, to put your systems in place for your automatic streams of income, and it's still not done. Get it done. Become a master of execution. Here's how you do it. So you go over to the website, valerielove.com. It's still up. Go to valerielove.com, and if you go all the way at the top, you see right there, valerielove.com. Click, oh, actually, it's right here, right there, Money Mastermind 2016, and we started in January. And as you can see, there are 40 live group coaching sessions, 3 phases that we talk about for implementation, and you're also going to get 2 tracks, either Wealthy Investor, Wealthy Lightworker. This has been delicious. Let's go to questions. Let's go to questions. Questions, so we can see. Okay, I don't know. Okay. Oh, let's see. Maybe do some Learn With Me vids. Okay, yeah, you can do Learn With Me vids. Absolutely. Watch my transformation vids, Day in the Life. Oh yeah, Day in the Life is great vids. I don't know how I would pay for it yet, but I know soon the universe is going to grant it to me, a paid coaching program. Oh, absolutely, do a paid coaching program. I love teaching clients how to do paid coaching programs. How to determine ideas for some of the 7 income streams. That's a great question. Here's what I would say about ideas for the 7 income streams. The ideas for the 7 income streams, once again, you'll get those very clearly in the program when you are on the vision phase, because we don't hop straight into action right away. And the reason we don't hop straight into action right away is because, you know, quite frankly, I think people do a little too much. I do. I think sometimes people do too much. I don't think people do too little. I think you're doing too much webinaring, too much Facebooking, too much posting, too much this. And it's not, what's clear about all this is that it's not the aligned, focused action with vision. That's the issue. That is not the aligned, focused action with vision. So if you don't have the aligned, focused action with vision, it's going to be dissipating, like they say, pissing in the wind. Pissing in the wind. That's not fun for anybody around. So, and it's real messy. What we do in all of our coaching programs is we get you so clear on your what and your why, because I understand how this works. And I'm the divine midwife of the soul's destiny. I can shepherd you through and really birth this greatness and this genius that's inside you and get it to be automatic that you're experiencing it. So when you go to ValerieLove.com, I put a picture of Bell Rock there, and also put a picture of Ma. This is me, your coach, and the lovely Bali, Indonesia, one of the amazing spaces I stayed in while I was in Bali, Indonesia, an amazing loft there called Secret Garden Lofts. You'll see video of it on YouTube. Here's the 2 options, $29.97 paid in full, $297 a month for 11 months, either one of those options. It's open now. The first 5 will also get the retreat included, like I said. And you're not going to still have this open once the class is filled. I don't know when the class will be filled. It will be filled probably well before December 31st, well before the next week or 2. Take action. If you know it's for you, take action. All right, let's wrap up. And thank you for hanging with me. Oh, Hannah says, Reverend Val, I have something. What? Tell me. Inquiring minds want to know. Tell me. I pray that this served you. I pray that this has been an incredible learning experience for you. It's been a learning experience for me, that's for sure. I love it. Hannah Love. Okay. That I think may be a laden fear. Okay, tell us about the fear. Perhaps we can do a little coaching right now. Tell us a little bit more about the fear. We got a lot of family members watching, and I know they're supportive of you. And I know all of our people that are gathered here, we all have probably the same thing that we're working with. Okay, once you have all that free time, yes. Well, I don't know if I would call it all that free time because what I know about destiny is that it does keep me productively engaged. It does. But what's your question? Once you have all that free time, continue. We're here for you. And any other family members, it may be scary for people. Maybe scary. All this stuff that I'm talking about now is scary. All of it is going to be scary. That's why you require coaching for it. Because the big stuff that's going to really change your life is big scary stuff, and you got to do something different. That have worked 40-hour work weeks. Ew, yuck. I almost just barfed on my computer. Oh my God, a 40-hour work week. What is that? Look, to all my job people, please watch the video, Jobs Are Crack. And I'm not saying that to be mean or to be unkind or to not have compassion for your experience if you're working. All I know is a job is a temporary solution. It's not even a solution, it's a Band-Aid. And a job consumes so much of our time, that what's left to build your destiny, and they're paying you just enough for you not to leave. And as Andre Vaughn put today on Facebook, and you're doing just enough for them not to fire you. What is that? Now, I'm not talking about people that are really excited about what they do and they love it and they jump up and they run to go and they know their job is their job is really a ministry. It's not really even a job. It's a ministry. There's a purpose for you being there. But if you are there because you got fears, you don't want to live your destiny, you're afraid, you don't know what to do, you're walking around in confusion, you got the crack addiction to a paycheck every 2 weeks, that is never going to be what you're worth. Never. It could never be what you're worth. Boo, you need to see me, because one of the first things that I love doing is helping people, support people and quitting their jobs. Indeed. Quit your job. And I'm not saying quit it tomorrow. This is how you quit a job. You set up the income streams. If you have to go to work every day, let's say from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., and you come home by 5, 6, you better be on them 11 minutes. You better take them 11 minutes every day, and you better work it like that's your freedom plan, because it is. And you methodically, systematically, with vision and intention, attention and focus, you set up those steps step by step. Next thing you got 1 YouTube video. Next thing you got 2 YouTube videos. Next thing you got 10. Next thing you know you got 20. Next thing you know you got your book written. Next thing you know you got your Patreon set up. Next thing you know you got your portfolio working. And let me tell you something. Or one day you will be free. You will be free. And that's all I have to say about that. I love you, Hannah. I love all our family members that are watching. I think Mr. Charles Forte is on the line with us too. Yeah, fire your boss and be a boss. Let me tell you something. I'm so glad you said that, Hannah. Shout out to all our family members that are watching. Hey, Fire Fairy, love you. Hannah Love, Chris Olsen, Coco Pepper, Gifted Woman 77, Charles Forte. Love all of y'all. So glad you're here watching. Just a few of the folks that are watching. And then all my YouTube lovers. Oh, I love y'all on YouTube. Let me tell you something. My YouTube subscribers, probably the best subscribers on YouTube. Love y'all. Here's the deal, and this is what I'm going to end with. You can't have a boss if you are a boss. You can't have a boss if you are a boss. Everybody listening to this right now, you're a boss, because you wouldn't be talking to me. I know I'm a boss. That's why I could never have a boss. And when I did have bosses, me and them didn't get along. They said one word to me sideways, I was out. And that happens with people who are bosses because they don't get along well with bosses. And you don't get along well with a boss because you are a boss. That's why you ain't supposed to have a boss. You are your boss. I say my boss doesn't live on the planet. My boss is the divine, God. That's it. That's the only one I answer to. Everybody else, do you, boo? I love you, but I ain't got no boss, and I ain't about to have one. Thank you, God, whoo, for setting me free. Well, I actually never really was a big job person. I was always an entrepreneurial person anyway, so that was a help benefit to me. But in those brief stints here and there where I did have jobs, man, if I wasn't getting there late, I was the worst employee known to humankind. Not because I'm just a irresponsible person, because I knew that there was something really big calling me. I wasn't supposed to be there. I couldn't fit into that little box. I've never been in a cubicle in my life. When I see one, I start itching. I walk into a place, and I went to do a tea party at a business establishment. And I was looking around. I was like, "Ooh, these people sit in cubicles. Oh my God!" And then when they get ready to have a meeting, they go sit in another box, a conference room. Oh my God! What are y'all doing? You're just going from one box to the other box. Then you go into a lunchroom. That's another box with food in it. Then you go into another box. It's a bathroom. Then you go into another. Is it any surprise that you die and they put you in a box? Is it any surprise? I mean, stop it. Come on, breathe. Get out into the wide open fresh air. Do something with your life. That's why I'm here, to tell you and to show you and to love you into your greater yet to be. Love you, family. Have a beautiful night. This is a wrap. It's going to be on YouTube. Take action right away. And remember, if you have any questions at all about the coaching program, please do call our office. 801-871-LOVE. Love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah.